let's go over to Miami.
This is an interesting ass team. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
full of draft picks and
It's just like this team could so much hinges on their quarterback, which you're going to talk about in a second.
yeah,
But like, I mean, this is a team that could win the Super Bowl or not even like be over 500. We have no fucking idea. I really don't.
yeah. I mean, so obviously he kind of gave it away. My breakout is Tua. I just, he did split snaps with Fitzmagic, and it concerns me because Fitz did better in Miami. But, but I mean, Tua, you have all these weapons now. I mean, you got Mike Gesicki, you got Jalen Waddle, you got God dang it, I'm drawing a blank here. You got Devontae Parker. I mean, it's just yeah, and then you got someone Will Fuller. Sorry guys, I'm just been a long day. But yeah, guys, he has all these weapons, and it's just like there's no reason for you not to have your breakout. Like, prove that you are the first overall pick, or not in the first round, not the first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, why wouldn't you break out? He didn't have a bad season, guys. For like, I know he didn't take a lot of snaps, but I'm just saying, like, he did throw for almost 2,000 yards. He had 11 touchdowns and he only had 5 picks. So I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't bad when he was on the field, but the moment that he started like missing reads and he didn't understand what an open receiver was, that's when he got benched. So it's just like if he can just retain everything that he learned from Fitz and apply that to the game next year with all of these new receivers, yeah, for the most part they are new. I mean, he could have a breakout season for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of the receivers, man, dude, I feel like Devontae Parker hasn't hit his stride yet. I mean, I think it's because of the quarterback situation they've had there for a while. Obviously, it wasn't working out with Tannehill for that. I think they were together down there, and then you just had some nonsense, and then you had Fitz, and then you had two, and it just never came together. But like Devontae Parker's always been this receiver that everybody expected to like be top tier, and he's just kind of been stuck as like above average. And I'm just curious if Tua does play really well, and you have to take some attention on Jalen Waddle and some of these guys. I'm wondering if Devontae Parker can finally like establish himself a little bit and
I
be
guess my
really really
question is
good.
like exactly like, do you think he's the number one going into next year?
Yes, I do think so. Yeah, I don't know if you just put Jalen Waddle in as number one right away.
Well, I was
And
thinking
it's not
between, I
Will
guess, him and
Fuller.
Will Fuller. Yeah,
Yeah, no, Devontae Parker's earned the number one, even if he like a lot of his numbers necessarily haven't come down to him as much as just kind of a strange carousel of quarterbacks that was there for a little bit while he was been playing. So he's got this whole offseason to work with Tua, knowing that it's going to be Tua. There's no Fitz or Tua, it's Tua. So you just work with him all offseason, get the chemistry going. He has the physical attributes of a great wide receiver. And so I'm hoping for his sake and for the Dolphins that he can be that guy because Will Fuller's a good deep threat and Jalen Waddle's really nice like after the catch. But like I feel like Devontae Parker is like your like your Michael Thomas. Like just that's the guy you get the ball to when you need 10 yards and a first down. You're going to Devontae Parker and that's it.
yeah,
And I feel like he can do that. He just has to have the
be
right team around
clutch.
him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just, it's funny you say that because like now that I think about it, like they have had a lot of quarterbacks coming in and out of there since
That's
his team.
exactly. I
Like
was
you have Josh Rosen, then you had Tannehill, then you had
yeah.
Fitz, then you have Tua. Like I kind of feel bad for the kid. Like we're talking about a number one who hasn't had a breakout season yet.
Yeah. He's been in the league for what, 5 years probably? 5 or 6 maybe?
Yeah. So it's just with that
Just got a
said,
shot though.
it's crazy. Like he
Like
deserves
when he
it.
got drafted, it was like, oh, this guy's gonna be really good. And then he just had no quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, how can you get good if you don't have any like chemistry? You're just catching balls from whoever.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scary Terry in Washington. Like, what the fuck is he supposed to do with until now? Of course, like until recently, but like with Dwayne Haskins and stuff, like what was he supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like he's a great wide receiver, but like it's not going to show on the stat sheet because he's got bums throwing in the ball.
Yeah.
So similar situation there. Like they obviously, almost fucking ruined Ryan Tannehill's career. And
What a
then
story.
the whole Josh Rosen waste, and then Fitz drafting Tua and having Fitz there, and just it's just chaos. I mean, you had two quarters. Like you literally. It wasn't even like you had Fitz for the first half of the season. They switched to Tua. Like you had Tua for the first half of the game, and Fitz would come in the second half.
Exactly.
You just can't build a chemistry like that. You just can't.
Yeah.